Where have we not been to? Let's hit Tunburg. Tools and supplies are terribly low. I think it's time to go for the 12-man ambition now. Hiring 3 more nerds shouldn't be that difficult. And it's going to make us able to fight more difficult missions. Or actually, the your feet are itchy for the open road could be a good one as well, because I mean we need to stop in at every city and see what we can find. You might think in a cultist run that you want the monks because it fits in with the religious theme, but you don't want them because they fight. They fight with the cultists. Snerok, thanks for the follow. And you don't want that. They don't get along nicely with the cultists. But I want to buy all this good stuff here, but there's no money. We've really got to be careful now. Although I think I have to pick up some tools. And I don't need that. I've got 2 more days there. Yeah, that's fine. I've already got my 2 woodcutter's axes, so we can actually flog that one. And am I going to hire a tailor? No, I'm not. Just be double sure. There's no one here that I want to hire. Nope. I desperately want cultists, flagellants, because they're most likely to give us our sergeant. If I can find someone with nice stars in range defense and resolve, that's my sergeant. I'm not that phased about whether they crap fighters, because that's not really their main job. Their main job is to blow on the horn. Here's our first cultist, and he's too expensive. We can't afford him. GG. We'll come back for Gothard. There must be a job for us here. 2 jobs. Awesome. What you got for us? I don't care. Whatever it is. Kill the vagrants. Yes. I'm just talking about. Pay me more. I accept. We'll bring back their heads. We'll bring glory to Davkul. Just point us at them. We'll murder the nerds. Got our first cultist, boys. First of many. So what do we have? Some thugs and 1 raider. Okay. The loadout is fine. Nothing really. Oh, hang on. Here, there's something I need to change here. 5 extra points of armor there. Just to remind me, we've got, yep, our 2 quick hands axe users. Knife him. Stab, 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 stab. What's that robot called from Futurama? The one who's like, hey, Bender, you stabbed anybody lately? I think his name was Rodrigo or something. Pike. Oh shit, that's scary. Feck. Now, obviously, I would love to get that mail, but we just got to kill this guy as quick as we can. I don't care if I don't get that armor. I just have to kill this guy before he slaughters us all. This early on, this pike is going to one-shot us. It's fucking terrifying. We're all going to die, aren't we? Probably. Yeah, he's going to get a few hits off. Be brave, my brothers. We're going to be taking some hits here, some pike hits. You again, still doing the damn thing. Like a legend. I'm actually going to move here and hold, just on the off chance that that guy takes this position, then I can still get a shot off on him this turn. Okay, Griff. He's most likely to one-shot and kill Griff, so I'm just going to move Griff out of range after he's taken his shot. Malice, keep your shield up. You're in trouble, mate. We haven't had our first death yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be here soon. Well, dear Davkul, keep us alive with your dark power. That's so scary. Alright, Paddon. It's fine, miss both your swings, you know, whatever. It's not like there's a pike there, he's just going to murder us all. Oh, malice. Don't like any of those shots. Everyone's just taking turns to try to kill the pikeman. Oh god. No injuries, he's still going to get a shot off unless this kills him, which is unlikely. Go on, pie. Oh, yes, and there's a pike. Okay, now we just got to try to get Malice out of this alive. Nope, headshot, dead. Is that killed or struck down? Killed. Rip. Rip. The first of many. He's with Davkul now. I'll be stoked if we can get that armor. We probably won't. But just the fact that we get that pike. It's just a flesh wound. Look, you stupid bastard, I've cut your arm off. No, you haven't. Look! Just a flesh wound. Well, if you remember season 6, we had a list of dead brothers that was like 3 or 4 pages long. Come on, Paddon. I don't think he's hit a single dagger stab yet. I mean, to be fair, this guy has a shield. He hasn't got the backstabber ability yet. Oh, Malice. Thank you for your service. Yeah, witness me. Dead. That pike is amazing, though. He's got the highest attack value here. For a second there, I thought it was Pi. I thought we lost our guy who's got the iron lungs. Thank goodness we didn't lose him. So Griff can take his place on the front line, I think, now. I think I missed the trick there by not having a blunt weapon up front to stun lock him, or to at least try to stun lock him. So I think we'll do that now. But then 57 is hardly accurate enough, which is the problem with these early game. Look, and he rolls a +1. Fucking hell. This is all useless. Yeah, he needs gifted. It's no good. No good at all. No, 60 at level 3. Unfortunately, Griff, you're a B-teamer, as is Kazathor. Paddon is an A-team guy. And Kaba, arguably B-team, because he doesn't have melee defense. Leo Frick is a raider. We'll put him on the front line at some point. In fact, I'll put him on the front line now. Let's put Pi on the front lines. Yeah, so that's a bit more in keeping with what, you know, our tactics are going to look like anyway. So 56 compared to 47 plus 4 is 51, so 56. You are more accurate, Leo Frick. We should also keep an eye out for some fishing nets, but then again, we haven't gone to any coastal cities yet, so there wouldn't be. Dagger, yep, dagger and spear, dagger and spear. And we've got armor and stabby pitchforks ready to go for the next guys. Oh, I'll sliv. So, the obituary, Malice 1 Furland. Well, I misspelled his name, so it doesn't count. 11 days, 10 battles, 8 kills. Impaled by a brigand thug. Rip. Dakios, if you want to get involved, just go leave a comment on the Season 7 announcement on my YouTube channel, because that's what I'm using as a list of all the names. And that way I can keep track of who asked for what when, and then get people in order as well. Go Thought. Please have ranged defensive stars. He does. And loads of fatigue, but he doesn't have resolve. Damn it. And he's dumb. So he's not going to be a very good... He doesn't have the abilities to be a decent sergeant, but we can probably turn him into a decent Huskal, because he's got range defense, loads of fatigue, and his lack of stars in melee skill doesn't matter too much, because he'll primarily be shield breaking. But we'll mark him as a B teamer in case we can remove him. Let's see, are there any names to give out? Taken, Padden, Kaber, Pi. Gothart is one. Okay, so who's next? Pi of 12 is in. Let's see, Michael Stubbs. So Master Stubbs, the Huskal. Good luck, Master Stubbs. May you serve us well. Ooh, another dagger. 50 and melee skill 60, so you'll get that. And I like this because if towards the end of a fight we need to surround someone and stab them, even the backline guys can get the old shield out. Get some good hot stabbing action going. Our first preacher. Where is he? Master Stubbs. He looks like a dumbass, and he is a dumbass. But he brings us the words of Davkul. The man hides his face inside a deep cowl. An islanded tip of a nose at all you see in the darkness. He carries a placard around his neck. It reads, Flachnach Nagui, Nuglachnaf Davkul Raile, Wagach Nagun Fnagachen, Nigl, Glui, Wow, Eshog. Quaint. Like it. Master Stubbs. We've got a minstrel, a grave digger. I'm tempted to pick up this grave digger. I think grave diggers have plus resolve. Let's open up the wiki here. So where's character backgrounds? Where's grave digger? Plus 5 max fatigue, plus 5 resolve. Okay, he fits. And really, I just want someone with decent fatigue and range defense so I can make him my sergeant. And resolve, of course. Oh, damn. Ooh, but he's bloodthirsty and he's got loads of fatigue and resolve. No, okay. Anton. You'll have to be good enough. That's not wrong. What is up with my typing today? Picausis. Did I misspell Picausis? I'm confident I've spelt it. Picausis. Oh, correctly. Having a seizure, how dare you? We'll mark him as a B team sergeant because I'm pretty sure we can find a replacement that's going to be superior. Okay, so we need to be on the lookout. Oh, hang on, where is our... There you go, use your cowl. Your cultist hood. Love it. Also, our mace masters, you need to carry a wooden stick. Okay, so we're up to 10. Money-wise, 112? No. I'm not going to buy that. I think I've got an okay amount of bandages. That's junk, junk, junk. Not ever going to use that. The pitchfork, I think, can go. We've already got 3, 4. Yeah, that pitchfork can go. We don't need it. So, the quest for more cultists and witch hunters continues. What do we have here? Great value been stolen, stalk pay. Pay me more. I accept. I accept. Oh, we can only come in and browse. Can't afford anything yet. It all looks so good. Let's take a look at the numbers on the armor. That all looks okay. So, of no consequence is wearing some decent armor, 55. Well, for the backline it's decent. I'm just wondering whether someone on the backline is more important and shouldn't be in that armor. I think our cultist, I want to keep him alive because we need him to start converting people. And he can't do that if he comes over all dead. Follow the tracks west. Return the crystal skull. Battle standard. We're not ready to make the run for that yet. Let's see. I think company strength up to 12 men. We are pretty damn close. Yeah, we are on 10. We need to hire 2 more guys. Just many thugs. Yep, easy. Get them. I want to be on the coast as much as I can. An off chance I won't have to fight in the damn swamp. Okay, good. It's not swamp. No need to move, really. Just wait, let them come. Ooh, I like the look of that dagger, though. I want it. The scariest early encounter werewolves are ghosts. 100% ghosts. Ghosts are terrifying. Oh yeah, vampires, yeah. I've only ever fought vampires in one once, and it was with like, I think it was in my offline campaign. I was on day like 120. I had a full company of complete badasses, and it was only 2 of them, 2 vampires, and a bunch of auxiliaries, and we still lost 2 guys. The vampires are horrifying. But there's no getting away from it in this campaign. We are going to be fighting vampires. Because, I mean, we have the undead late game crisis, so... Love the work. Pike, good man. Early on, yeah, these little daggers are actually the biggest threat, because if these land... Oh! Pi of 12, come on. You can do better than that. He's riposting, so we'll just ignore him. Actually, 80%. That's the beauty of the spears early game. Woo! Get wrecked. God, the damage. Save the ammo. Look at the pikemen doing work. Okay, not much in the way of loot, but the dagger is nice. Double pie kill. What is pi times 12 anyway? Go ahead and math that for me. Has everybody got a dagger? Well, everyone who needs a dagger. Have they all got a dagger? Kaber, I wonder if... Are you actually the most important? Who on the front line is super, super important? It's actually... Pi is more important, so he needs the better armor. Sorry, Kaber. You'll be fine. Okay, so you're going to be a raider, so... Oh, for God's sake. The +1s. You are killing me. Okay, his hit points are enough. He doesn't need any more hit points. He needs quick hands though. He's a raider. If we don't have some way in his next few levels to get his melee defense up and he doesn't start rolling melee defense, we're going to have to turn him into a shield bearer, flail specialist. Because if I make him a raider and he has no stars in melee defense, he'll die so quick. Without a shield, no melee stars, dead. He'll just be dead. There we go. Bam. Yeah. The 12 times 1.34 whatever pi is. Or pi of 12, so 12 divided by, or I don't know. I don't do maths. Because I'm a dumbass. We don't want any of these lads. 3 point, oh it's 3 point, I thought pi was 1 point. Exactly, I don't even know what pi is, I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. That's above cost price, I'm not going to buy that. Don't need that. I'm going to hang on to the reinforced wooden flail. Do I need... Am I going to use those spears ever? Potentially I can hang on to... We're going to need 7 at most. And we've got 2, 4, that makes 7, so yes, hang on to these 3. But no more. Okay, can I hire any of these nerds? The Vagabond, why not? He's nice and cheap, he'll have good fatigue. We can always get rid of him if he sucks. He's short. Melee defense. He can be another raider. But we've already got our 4 raiders. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then with 2 stars in melee defense, he could end up being another frontline A-team raider. Well, we'll see if he even survives, and I don't have anything for him. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm just hiring guys for the sake of hiring them at this point. Well, let's just hire 1 more. Wait, minstrels don't have plus resolve by any chance. Who knows? He might be funny as well. Minstrel minus max fatigue plus resolve. Writes a song, additional option. No, he's terrible. I'm not going to hire him. And how about the peddler? What's the peddler's background? Plus 5 range defense, minus melee skill. No, that's horrible. We'll head to the next town, see if we can't find another cheap person to hire, and that'll give us the 12 we need. Let's see, Tiefenstadt, have we been there? We've never been there. Effenstein? Never been there. I mean, I might have a minstrel just, you know, for the lols, but the thing is, they're almost always so completely useless in combat. I don't know if it's worth it. A historian I'll absolutely keep in my campaign, like I did in Season 6. As it is, we had a historian in our campaign for a good 130 days, and we never got the buy the map event. But it is absolutely worth getting, and I have in the past had a campaign where you get the map event, and then I say no to the map because I don't have a historian. And then I don't get the map event again, so I think you only get the map event once. Volmar the Miner, he'll have less fatigue, but he'll have higher hit points. This is 2 skull, people disappearing, so it's probably going to be Nachtseers, which isn't that bad. I reckon we can do it even though it's 2 skulls, and we need the money. That's good. So good. Good. Go on, Emmerich. Just put him in the middle of the formation so he's at least surrounded by people. Indeed. Let's see here. I think that's going to do more for us. That's a better formation. Sergeant, you need to be in the middle then. Let's do this then, hang on. I just want to have my sergeant near the middle, and then Emmerich can be there. Okay, that'll do it. Then once this is completed, oh no, it's a shipment. 150. Well, it's not going very far then. We paid more. I accept. It's a caravan escort, which I hate because you can't choose the battles, but we're not going far. Tau of 12, since tau is 2 times pi. Interesting. Maybe I'll do something like that if I run out of names on the comment thread, but we've still got, I think, a good dozen names. So what end game? Oh god, I chose the worst one. I chose the undead. So part of the reason I chose undead, I thought, is because if any tactic is going to do well against the undead, it'll be the one that we're going for now. What you got for us here? Rat catcher? Nope. I'm tempted to hire him just because... What the hell, why not? Wait, rat catchers, he can occasionally make a fishing net, but he can also make a guy sick, which is obviously awful. We don't want that. God, hang on, I didn't realize how bad the money situation is. Let's just do these jobs. What do you have for us here? This is a delivery, let's talk money. How much? You paid more. I accept. But I need some time to think, in case the other one is a fighting mission. Tunborg, how much? 160. Pay me more. I accept. So that's a caravan escort. You do the delivery and we'll come straight back. This is just some annoying busy work, but hey. It's improving relations, it's money in the bank. The company comes across a small boy who has climbed up a tree and out on the edge of a branch. He's reaching for a ball that's gotten stuck on the roof of his home. There's not a parent in sight to help him. When he sees you, ask if you can help get the ball. Seems simple enough. Yeah, fine. So I know there's a chance you can hurt yourself, but like this, if it goes well, you get a positive mood boost. Food's getting desperately low. So what I see happening in the super late game against the what are they called again? The legendary dead, or those horrible undead guys. We're gonna have no crossbowmen, no archers. There's just gonna be 7 frontline guys and then 5, probably 4 Huskarls, the sergeant on the back line, and then the 7 guys up front. So why have you still got disappearing villagers? We did that mission for you. This is desperation. We're having to eat bloody ground grains. Onward, men. Will I try the Black Monolith or the Goblin Encampment? Well, yes, I'm going to try the Black Monolith. But much like the last campaign, we'll play until the end of the campaign, if we can make it. Then I'll hit retire. Then I'm going to keep playing after that offline, which is to say not on stream, because once you complete the first crisis, let's say at day 120, I would think I would only be ready to take on the Black Monolith at like day 200, and it's all the same stuff between day 120 and 200. It's just grinding, leveling up. Black Monolith, you want 12 guards, well, all level 12 at least, or level 11 at least. You want ridiculous gear. You need a huge amount of money in the bank. You need good archers so you can go in, thin the horde a little bit, and then retreat, take all the injuries, go to a nearby city, heal up, camp for 2 days to get your injuries healed, go back in, and just keep whittling away like that. Escort to Tanberg. Where's Tanberg? Straight south. Where's Tanberg? Okay, yeah, it should be fine. The undead crisis sucks balls. Say you're fighting some raiders. A group of, let's say, 18 raiders. Every person you kill comes back as a zombie raider. It's not fun. And you have to fight those ancient dead. You can never... Well, I don't use their armor because I find their armor to be crap. So you don't even benefit from taking their armor. You can't break their morale. They never get tired. God, it's a nightmare. I think the consensus in the community is that the undead campaign is everyone's least favorite. And that's the most difficult. Guess I'm a sucker for punishment. Well, if you get XP for the second kill, then maybe you can make that argument. You're fine, you're getting a bit more XP, but that's just become such a grind. Well, we'll see. Good hit. If we get that far, we'll see. Damn it, misclick. I wanted to finish off that thug. Not that it matters. I don't see these guys getting into me range this turn anyway. Should be next turn. Just ending the turn here. Yeah, they can only move one square. Except for... Ow, that nerd. Just realizing we have a complete lack of flails in our lineup. Like here, just using the hit the head ability, we would shred the guys who don't have any helmets. Oh, running away, eh? Get back here, you yellow bastard. They attacked us, and now they're running. Nerds. No, they're still coming. Hold the formation, boys. Except here, you can collapse that part of the formation. That's 3 and the 4th guy's in that bush, I reckon. There he is. Caravan hands, by all means, just stand there and look at us. Don't help or anything, it's cool. I was gonna say, you can't beat the accuracy of the spears early game. Look a wink. Good day, sir. Okay, not much in the way of loot. The second reinforced wooden flail is nice, and the gambeson's okay, I suppose. It's a slight improvement on... Oh yeah, it's much of an improvement on the stuff we got up front. Let's give it here. In fact, Let's take advantage. Yeah. Bins13, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Camelot. Yeah, the food's super low, but at least it's a guarding caravan mission, so we don't use any food. This is just the early game grind. You just gotta keep doing missions. Every mission you do improves your reputation with the city you did it for, increases your margins a little bit. That's a short trip, yeah. If I think of the economics of how Battle Brothers works, and assuming everything goes well, it's very much in and I forget the term because I'm stupid. It's if you put it on a graph, you struggle for a long time, and then you hit a critical mass when you start doing, like, you know, a certain type of missions, and then it just shoots right up, and then you get to a lot of a position of strength quicker than you might imagine. You did miss us hiring some pretty damn cool soldiers. Quadratic, there you go. I think that's what I'm thinking about, yeah. Exponential was the word I'm looking for. I want to hire one more guy just so we can complete our ambition. But none of those guys are what I want to hire. We took the roster of 12 men. Wolfsaw, let's get down there. We also need to get a bit of money in the bank so that we can bust out into the wilds and go find some little collapsed roofs that have zombies in them, because that's probably the very best source of early game armor. Well, chainmail at least. What do we have here? Maybe another farmhand? Why not? Just to get, yeah, the 12th person in. Erling, welcome. We've got 1 day worth of money left. Cutting it fine. Lots of melee defense, lots of fatigue, lots of hit points. And he's a Spartan, so he's another raider. But it's a B team raider because he doesn't have stars in melee skill. We've got raiders up the Waz. Okay, so there's our 12 lads. You know what? I'm actually going to put Kabo on the flank here because he's got quick hands, so he can, at a certain time, well, situationally at least, he can step out with a clear circle around him, whip out his axe and spin in a big circle like a total badass. Okay, so here's our 12 lads. Erling is new. Let's check who's next in line. So, I'm of no consequence. Whoop, who's the follow? Mr. Jake Wolf, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Camelot, it is a silly place. Michael Stubbs, Krytar. I'd like to recommend Krytar the Tattooed Wanderer. Any class, just make sure he doesn't survive. Krytar, you came to the right stream if you don't want to survive. We shall offer you up to Davkul, who will gratefully accept your blood. I have no doubt. Okay. We are within 1 day of food and money. We need money and we need it now. Head to the closest city, just accept whatever is there. I'm actually not going to take the get 2,000 crowns mission just yet because we're so far away from it. If I can get the visit all cities ambition, that'll be a good one. It'll help with renown. It should be quite quick and easy to do. Give us some time to get some money saved. We don't have to spend money on hiring more brothers now, unless a couple of them die. Okay, what's this? What are you prepared to pay? Pay me more. 610, just what we needed. Hunt down what terrorizes, I accept. It's going to be a touch scary because 2 skulls. If it's hunt 2 skulls worth of fucking brain's not working. Wolves, that's very scary. So we've got daggers up front. This is about as good a setup as we can have if we're going to be putting up with wolves, but I want my best, or some decent armor at least on the flanks. Of course, Padden is the most important, so he gets the patched mail. I really hope it's Nachtseers. They are so much easier to fight than wolves. It's Nachtseers, beautiful. Just make sure we got a straight spear wall up front in that case then. It's only 8 of them, this should be quite easy. Oh hell, and it's an easy little bit of movement to get ourselves onto the height advantage. So we've got 12 guys, and we don't have anywhere near enough the type of soldiers we wanted. So I'm just realizing it's going to be tough to save money because we are going to be cycling through so many brothers. We're going to be fishing, as I like to call it, you know, just hiring and firing, trying to find people that have the skills and stars in the right abilities that you want. Do I need to put the spear wall down yet? No, because we're acting in front of all of these guys. Given that I'm going to be having quick hands on a lot of my guys, and we're going to be tactically quite versatile, we're going to be having to hang on to a lot of spare weapons, so we're going to need the larger inventory size. So at some point we're going to have to take that veteran on. Yeah, it's veteran, so veteran economic, veteran combat difficulty. Goblins drop great loot, especially in the early game, because their loot weighs so little and it has decent stats. Or at least the fact that it weighs so little is one of the things I like about it the most. Especially their little spears. I mean, they are comparable to these level 1 spears, but they weigh almost nothing. So for our guys who use quick hands, they can hang on to that spear to start with a spear wall, and then quick hand to the main weapon and not be too weighed down by that little goblin spear. I love a good spear wall. Oh, when it works. Oh, lads. Great work. Who was that? Master Slugs. Yes. For Davkul. Oh, Jungian. Kaber, the monster. Get in there. Oh, easy game, lads. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't, check out my Darkest Dungeon run on the LD YouTube channel. It's going very well. I took on 2 shamblers within the first 2 weeks, and it paid off beautifully. You can just have a future soldier, but I'm going to need you to just leave a comment on the Season 7 announced trailer on my channel, because it's only fair to the guys who have done so already. If I give one to you now, you'll be getting ahead of the queue. 612. God, we needed that. Let's buy loads of food. So again, I mean, that's money we needed, but okay, that buys us 4 days worth of food, and it gives us 2 days worth of money. As much as I want to fish for different soldiers, yes, yeah. Killer named Jungian. I don't know. He goes for the jugular. As in Jungian. The philosopher Jung. What was Jung's proposition? It wasn't he's I'm trying to remember. He said something about siblings killing each other in the womb or something. I don't know. I shouldn't say things like that. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, we visited there. Let's just make sure where do we still need to go, because if I get the chance, I'll take the visit all cities mission. He has a, and if you're a Monty Python fan, you should know the answer to this. He has a philosophy question for you. Which great opponent of Cartesian dualism resists the reduction of psychological phenomena? Let's make it ours. I'll get back to my philosophy question in a second. While on the road, you come across a crowd of people huddled around a mound of earth. Getting closer, you realize that it's a funeral. One of the attendees turns to look at you. Did you know him? Did you fight by his side? You shake your head and start cutting into the crowd to see the man himself. You find a man looking about as old as the dead can look. He's got a terrifically sharp and glinting sword running along his chest with his grubby, worm food fingers clutching the pommel. Kritar Raider B joins your side and whispers, "That's a pretty nice looking weapon there. Just saying." Clearly, Davkul has sent down a gift for us in his beneficence. This is clearly the sword of Davkul, and we shall make it ours. You reach through the crowd and grab the dead man's sword. One of the attendees screams out. Master Stubbs, Huskell, uncorks a punch and sends the peasant astral planing. The rest of the company draw out their weapons to make sure any further protests don't get far. An elderly woman cuts through the crowd as well as an elderly woman can, wobbling and shaking. "Sir, that don't belong to you. Put it back." Does now. You tell the old lady to crawl her crotchety ass into a hole and die there. The dead man's sword is put in with your inventory and the Davkul's chosen get back to the road. Upset, the peasants cry out that that word of what you've done would travel the winds like the shitting farts of 1,000 cows. You simply laugh and appreciate your imaginativeness. You gain a great sword. Peace be. Blessings upon Davkul for this wonderful mighty gift. He defined, yes. And here is the reason that is so amazing. So Kazathor, who's got quick hands. Oh yeah. Okay, do we have anyone else who's a raider who's got quick hands? Yes, we do. Bam. So the beginnings of our tactics, as they will be in the late game, are starting to slowly take shape. So eventually it'll look like this. It'll be a raider on the flank, who normally who at some point will move out like that, so he can swing his axe in a big circle like that. And then it'll be a mace master for stunning, a sword raider for he won't be using swing very much, but he'll be using split quite a lot. Then you have your dagger master in the middle, who hits guys with their armor. This would be another raider with another long sword, and then this will be another mace master. And then here you'll have Huskell, Sergeant, Huskell. That's the undead killing loadout that I'm hoping to use. But most of the fights when we're fighting raiders and we're having to deal with enemies that have archers, it'll be Sergeant in the middle, 2 crossbowmen and 2 Huskulls, and then a bunch of guys in reserve. Okay, Picasso the Sergeant. You need resolve, you need range defense, and +3 on melee skill build take. I love that he's bloodthirsty. He's going to have to take Colossus, because he's going to get hit a lot. He doesn't have stars in range defense. Okay, Jungian. Range defense, range attack. And I've got to get his resolve up to at least 45, which it is now. Anticipation. So, for my backline guys who don't hold shields, this is always what I'll do. I'll always take anticipation and I'll stack range defense. Because if anyone's going to be peppered with arrows, it's the backline, because obviously they don't have shields out. Of no consequence. Range defense, love it. Melee skill, love it. And fatigue. What do I take at this level? I think gifted. Actually no, Huskulls actually take adrenaline. Because when they have the long axes, they break a shield, use adrenaline, get to take an attack before the enemy gets to react. We are absolutely flooded with raiders. We've got far too many raiders. Anyway, I'm sure we'll put them to good use. Hello! Oh, it's 10 of them. There's going to be another... Oh yeah, this is 6 raiders, and we have height advantage. And we have the ability to break shields with axes and height advantage. I say we fuck them up. We draw the front line here, put the back line there, and it's 100% going to be a tough fight, particularly this guy here. But these are some nice weapons. I mean, yes, it's super dangerous, but hey. He who wagers nothing gains nothing. Or wins nothing, excuse me. Okay, looks like the front line has to be drawn here. And oh, please tell me some of these guys are still carrying their flails as their second weapon. There's going to be a fair amount of holding up of shields here on the front line. Just because their weapons are so scary. And we just need them really to give the back line the turns they need to go to work. Griff. Actually, yeah, if you can stun that guy. Sweet. Okay, so Paddon, Finn. Pie of 12. What have you got? You are going to go there and swing your axe in a big circle. Paddon, I need you to hit those shots, my man. Potentially, I can go there, but no, let's actually, no, they're not likely to go there. They're more likely to go north because there's huge height differences there. Again, I'd love to get my hands on their armor, but it's just so much more important to get these guys killed quickly because they are lethal. These are raiders after all. This is legit scary. These guys are going to hurt like hell. I might try dagger these guys, but no, I mean, I might try dagger the last one or two guys. I mean, this guy's going to spend a few turns throwing toothpicks, which means we can murder everybody else and then dagger him down. %, 69. 69. Oh, good headshot. I actually need Pie of 12 to stay where he is because if he moves, he's going to get swarmed very quickly. Jesus, that's so scary. Kazithal, though, will run around here and help with this guy. Maintain the shield wall and take the odd stab. Can you keep trying to stun lock this guy? I think that kept him stunned. No, it failed. Nice, one down. 5 to go. Cthulhu, how dare you? Chat, get him. Don't brew, we worship Davkul here. We're all good Davkul boys here. Heresy. Heresy. Purge the heretic. I'm glad those missed. These axes actually hurt like hell. It's fine. It's night time. They're very unlikely to hit us. Yes, Leo Frick. Ooh. I mean, if they do hit, they hurt like hell. But again, they're unlikely to hit because they're throwing at someone at height disadvantage with a shield at night. I'm gonna wait here because moving Stubbs here will make him very easy to hit by these guys. Ooh! I'm gonna go for the stab here because if I kill him, his armor is not destroyed yet. We've got height advantage. Let's get stabbing. And now the guys on the flanks can get involved. Just get in there, boys. Kaber, what have you got as a... You've got a woodcutter's axe. So on the next turn, he'll shatter that shield and we can get stabbing. Master Stubbs, I think that's too bold. I don't want you to be in contact with two guys with that shitty armor you're wearing. I'd rather go around the flank here. Davkul's chosen. Nice shield, nerd. Okay, that's not gonna work. Actually, of no consequence, you have got... Yeah. Start working your way around the flanks. Pi of 12. Oh, I was hoping he would have the longsword so he can attack in a line. Oh, that's gonna fucking hurt. Okay, I need to get Griff in line with, in contact with him. Because I can. You know what? Forget the armor. We just need to try to get out of this alive as quick as we can. 53%. Worth trying. There we go. He's breaking. Thank God for that. That 20% minus melee skill. One more hit here and Kaber's dead. In fact, he probably is dead because this guy's going to get to go now. Take 2 swings. Kaber doesn't have his shield out. Yeah, rip Kaber 100%. Oh! And he attacked Griff instead. Thank goodness for this guy being a dumbass. Yes, Pi of 12. Offering for Davkul. Good, now we can surround this guy. Get to stabbing. Kazathor has a gigantic sword though, so he can't do much stabbing. Krytar can. He's got a ways to go though. The main thing is getting Padden. Haha! Get him, boys. Acting 11 turns. Yep, no problem. No problem at all. We'll just wait for Padden to get in there and do his thing. Cheeky punch from Kaber. You almost killed me. Get punched. Oh, it sounds painful. Head God Bob Morley. God. And that flail is bloody great as well. One of our guys has iron lungs, and we're going to make him a flail master, so he can use a shield and a flail, and then a two-handed orc flail once we get a hold of one. Okay, but punch him again. Fucking nerd, there you go. Oh, one more of those. There you go. Nice. So that hurt like hell, and we took some injuries for sure. But this to me illustrates quite an important point about your first week or two in Battle Brothers. So think of your guys when they're like before level 3. They're essentially bandit thugs. So once your guys hit level 3 or 4, then they almost on the level of a bandit raider, but they might have shitty armor like this. So at a certain point in every campaign, you just have to bite down and do these tough, difficult, scary missions. and they have to go well. But if they do, as you can see, the rewards are just fantastic. Okay, so our raiders on the flanks now can have proper armor. Praise be to Davkul. Let's see, that better armor. 70 is way more than 55. That's how numbers work. You can quote me on that. You can take that, take that. That hat looks better, but this one is more armor. It's more armor. Right, Patton, the Dagger Master, 66. He's getting up there finally. And you saw how quickly he exhausted, even with Iron Lungs. It's still 60 fatigue if you stab 3 times. But you only stab twice. Once you get the mastery, it's minus 25, so it's 45%. Patton, what do I want to give you here? I might even gift it potentially, but of all of these here, I think fast adaptation, you know, because he's going to be attacking 3 times per turn. He doesn't really need crippling strikes. He's going to be wounding. If he uses that puncture, it's going to be inflicting, as you've seen. I haven't really been paying attention, but I'm pretty sure more often than not, if you use puncture with a roundel, whoops, that was wrong. Oh no, it's Haskell, that was right. If you use puncture with a roundel, you are pretty much damn near guaranteed to get a wound. I think I've got to take hit points here, Colossus. There you go. And just by taking a single perk point, I mean, that's given us damn near 18 hit points with a single perk point. And I mean, without any stars in hit points, it would have taken us who knows how many levels to get those hit points. Okay, Kaber, you're a raider. You need brawny. And you need melee attack and defense. And as much as I want to give you fatigue, that resolve is no bueno. Emmerich is a raider. Of course, Colossus. And melee defense, melee attack. Same story here. Leofric. Quick hands. Oh, +1. Puke. I could take range defense, but no. I mean, with quick hands, he'll almost always have a shield. Is the Colossus perk retroactive converts when you pick it? Yes, it is. How many converts have we made so far? None. Unfortunately, we only have 1 cultist, but give time. Davkul's blessing shall be upon us all. Worry not, brother. He shall bless us. Okay, let's hand out some of these tier 2 weapons. Scramasax is pretty damn nice. Okay, so you're a flail raider, so you are 100% going to use that. Mace Master, nice. Sword raider. I kind of want this mace next to someone who can reliably break a shield, like Kaber. You're a Dagger Master, so that's perfect. You're a Huskal, so it doesn't really matter what you use, but you've got decent fatigue and decent melee skill. I could give you this hand axe. Or the other option is find the person on the front line with the crappiest accuracy and give them the axe. Yes, and then on this side of the formation, his job is to break shields for these guys to go to work. And then Kaber, it's your job to break shields for these guys to go to work. Okay, that works. Saying work a lot. Work. Kezathor, you've got that. Master Stubbs with 60. You know what? Use the freaking Scramasax. Cut motherfuckers up. Butter knife. Dangerous butter knife. There we go. Actually, yes, my sergeant needs to be in the middle. Shouldn't the min result be 50-ish because of massed geists? You're actually damn right. And like normally I would leave resolve at 45. I'm considering taking it a bit higher because of the geists. Just how high I want everybody else's resolve to be would depend on how good our sergeant is. Because obviously I feel like we have more leeway. If 4 or 5 cultists and monks, witch hunters would start hunting you to kill you as heretics. Not quite. Yeah. Also, this kite shield. Does anybody have the fatigue to use that kite shield? 82 was the highest we saw there. 101. Fuck yeah, Caber. Ooh, a boar spear. Okay, so the lads don't really have much in the way of spears, but I think that's okay. Right, it's been a nice, good, long episode. Let's take a little break, and when we come back, we'll keep bringing glory to Davkul.